I saw a freaking Archon. The Archon. Where you going, Miss Nahida? Little cushion, Nolly. It's just like that Venti all over again. I'm getting deja vu too, bro.
What are you looking for? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads? You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this. A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? You should use it too, Paimon. You know Paimon? Well, this... What the... This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside the knowledge capsule? Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago.
No, you didn't.
Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us? Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, it was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good, you passed the test. What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait, please don't tell Paimon even you don't know. Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that. I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness gets worse after each Sub-Zero's festival.
If we can break out of the samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. What's happening right now? The moon, illusions, and lies. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more? We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times, and my mind feels that doesn't sound right. I need to... That should be it.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the...
Still the wrong answer?
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot of information. Unfortunately...
Dunyarzad!
The Sub-Zero's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before today's festival ends.
Let's think about our current situation. And to do that, we need... Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again. It's more productive than sitting here and scratching our heads. Why don't we start with those stall owners?
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your cultured friend?
She's feeling a little unwell.
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvest... Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling produce here today. I haven't felt anything strange.
To put it another way, if you really...
What kind of philosophical nonsense is that? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination...
You're really excited about this, huh?
Help you?
So, you're admitting that...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam. What you just said, are you serious?
I knew you weren't...
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation...
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going...
I believe that the Archon's revelations are... The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears...
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just... We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah, if we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then at this time of day, Dia's probably just finished beating up those kidnappers. Let's go find her.
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing. Both of...
Paimon, traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you...
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around.
How did you know what I was going...
We need to say something
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon. The moon... My mind... That doesn't sound right.
Tell her, traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You could...
All right, so this is...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't this. Her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll...
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's...
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically...
I can sense her aura. They're also lingering...
Do you believe us now? So, you...
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zeru's fest.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones and maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule?
The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of...
A Gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh yeah, that sounds about right. What do you think?
People in Sumeru don't drink. Okay, Nahida's... My mind feels exhausted. What's happening? That doesn't sound...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from... who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around?
What's the point some...
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest...
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive...
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like...
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler,
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep. We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be...
But we cannot...
Paimon remembers...
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm... Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the...
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? The moon?
What? Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth. So you should focus...
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yet.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
What?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking?
You didn't...
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told...
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already used...
You're saying that although you...
That's right.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue...
So you want us to take Dunya's odds?
How did you know what I was gonna say?
Forget... Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today. Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on all...
Hey! What...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure, how many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? This tomorrow, it's even possible that this entire world is a lie.
Okay, no more! Paimon's...
That's why he makes Nose get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Huh?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day.
Continue the harvest, compared to what we stand to achieve.
We're still in the same day. Nahida, you already knew last time.
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity.
Paimon's at the Duke did that!
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but...
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my presence. In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two...
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop...
So, what's...
The beat... That doesn't sound... Okay. That doesn't sound right. We've all... That doesn't sound... The moon... That doesn't... The moon... Mercenary... If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day.
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just... That's why, when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks... But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why...
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're...
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because...
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia?
Right! She did help us...
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia!
It hurt? Why would...
Well, you're still getting used to...
Huh. Truth be told, I also...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works!
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used...
Yes, you remember...
Then I'd have to disagree.
Oh? Why do you think...
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way...
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also...
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about... Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time.
This is it.
Huh?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked?
That's true, but...
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has the force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to—
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired? How about we go back and ask Nahida? You're back early today. Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time...
leaving the city. As far as I remember...
We did? But we don't remember...
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway. So at the time,
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day.
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Why don't they try reading the Akasha's... Oh.
Our memories are back! About that...
Well, Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have listened to it and...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay.
Yeah! Propagate!
Bless us with a bountiful harvest every year.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the...
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived.
That's your problem.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the academia already announced a lockdown. Let's go and question. Hello, sir.
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matter. This is a good spot. And the guard... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave? But... Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always... okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon and please... memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look. Paimon, calm down. He's here. Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day. Okay, Paimon, can... I see. Using After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon...
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of... I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried...
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something, but this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... okay.
Yep, now it...
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just...
You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already...
To make something like this? Nahida.
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee...
We'll never know until we try. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although the signal was choppy and had some interference.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable.
And there's another part here.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also... Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now! Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's...
After the beep, Traveler said, even the final...
Traveler. What do you think that final space could have been?
My impression...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears! And we're taken to the next step later on. Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of Paimon's head is spinning.
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch... So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an announcement. Hey! Do you want some alone time to think?
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait.
Hey, stop right there! No one is allowed...
Whoa!
Hey, stop right there!
Whoa!
You can, go to places like the away, in the zone around tab with waypoints. That's a W.
You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks
God
of
of
your
War is the
faces...
exact opposite of this, bro. God of War is fighting and like 1% story. This is 99% story, 1% fighting.
Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden...
The moon... people in... That doesn't sound right. All the bizarre... Those spaces... Those spaces... All the bizarre... We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but and those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so people in Sumeru do dream after...
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha...
That doesn't sound...
It is the manifestation of the...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the... But Is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're... In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the Academia are using the Akasha to steal.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the Samsara?
The beep... That doesn't sound... The beep is a... The Grand Sage... That doesn't sound... We've already... That doesn't sound... We've already... My mind... That doesn't sound... Those dreams...
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival, along with no one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another...
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting...
Very good, Paimon.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question.
Now that I... That doesn't sound... Now that... That doesn't sound right. They say that alchemical divination...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't...
Yes, those... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions. Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to... After we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara...
How can the sages of the Academia do...
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time.
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord? Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other...
She's actually something like a puppet, but the real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer... So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps...
But personality-wise, she's nothing...
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. You know, speaking of which... The old...
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was...
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zero's festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Naringo! Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. Yeah, saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no? Huh. That's true. Plus, the sage is probably... So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense! Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sub-Zero's festival, right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine, just...
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening.
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new
Less questions, more wishes!
Okay. My wish. Okay.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she just doesn't seem like her. I've also wondered if the...
So, you have...
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years, 100 years, I'll serve her till the end of time. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, You're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Tia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers. Huh? But Tia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... fine. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some... I will have order. Gather.
On this one.
Stabilize.
Gather.
jungle.
Take that! Stabilize. Solidify. I'll be back.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick some... She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero's festival. Yeah, this is the place! It's rude to enter other people's spaces with... Hey! The windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek at... This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all, even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's fest. She must have wanted to give this to us as a if we hadn't found this book. But now that we know, we can't... Hey! Where are you off? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point...
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, the Grand Sage has already...
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? if you get arrested by the academy... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said.
Yes. The...
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real bodies?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct?
Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. Purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food, so when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become a... How should we make...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our...
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point, as far as you know, people in Sumeru don't...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent...
Ooh, sounds familiar.
Yep. But in the part you heard, his piety and wisdom were all kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage. As if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, his wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you?" In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story?
Yes. But his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she...
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a real...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What? Well done, Traveler. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for—
I'm sorry, who—
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream. And I...
Scatter!
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met, and... It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's such a relief that she's all right. After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible, but it still wouldn't have lasted for— So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end! Not a moment too soon! Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions. Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently. All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness. How did you do that? Poor Catherine. Does this mean you can also occupy other people's consciousnesses? Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha.
I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied...
What about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukadev, at that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Suristhana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard... However, I do understand that they...
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they!
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering, and I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom.
Yeah, you gotta...
Trying to find a way to... Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the Goddess. I hope to be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading tree... Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero Samsara in the immediate future.
Go and get some sleep. Leave it.
What a relief.
Traveler?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We have...
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
Ad Astra Avis.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have
commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a...
wait.
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the...
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears... In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Hey, that's not any better.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't... So it's been you this whole time? Are you done right?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Fairs, the Night of Flowers,
make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing?
Yes, I paid. Her condition is but for the moment...
Right. Who knows what'll...
So our first priority should be...
Oh! Good point. Sorry, adventurers! We're gonna be...